Hey, what's up? It's Park Streets from RecTech Live, Orlando, Florida, and today I'm gonna do a before shop tour. And I'm not gonna post this until I have other steps of the process farther along, because right now it is an absolute mess. But I want to document kind of how it looks now as I'm going through this process. So start off from the front. We have my truck and my trailer I use to transport all my gear. We walk in. I got one big bay door for loading, and there is an office in here. RecTech Live, that's my company. Front door that goes outside, and the office right now is just stuff everywhere. Too much stuff. We come into the main room. We got. We'll start on this side and go counterclockwise around the room. We got just a circular saw, miter saw, bunch of my Ryobi 18-volt system. It's just sitting on plywood on a sawhorse right now. That's definitely going to change. Trash can, ladders, scrap wood. All this stuff here is going to move down. I basically have been operating out of this warehouse for quite some time, maybe 7 or 8 years, and it was time for some changes. I've been growing, getting more gear, expanding into other things, and it's time. I need more space, but not quite enough to completely change locations yet to a bigger warehouse, so I thought I'd make the most of what I have in here. We got these milk crates on this tall shelf that I built. Very basic, very just functional. Up there's some photo rolls. I've done some photo shoots in here. Just use those as backdrops or whatever. This is all just like extra XLR, stuff I need around the shop, cables, transformers, all sorts of random stuff in here. And underneath I have some more storage for cases. There's a couple subs under there. Drill press I got for a specific job. Have only used it once, but I'm gonna have a table over here. This entire section from the scrap wood bin up to the bay door is going to be a multi-purpose like workbench, miter saw station, drill press station, all the way coming down, and then utilizing this countertop space that's on this shelf too. Now this shelf, this whole thing, is going to move this 4 feet right here, because this is my new edge of the stage, and it used to be 4 feet deeper, but now I've decided that I need more floor space and not quite that big of a stage. So I cut down the stage. I actually ripped out the entire stage, which I'll maybe throw in some extra pictures of the before, but I don't have a video of that. I only just kind of started deciding to video all this while I was in this process. So there's the stage. I got these big, tall curtains up there to go behind the stage. They're nice and heavy. Obviously it's ripped right there. I gotta fix that. And some old monitors I've had actually from high school, but they've been great for just rehearsal on the stage. I have a couple bands come in here and just do rehearsal time or whatever, but I'm gonna build new cases for those and put the components inside of a different speaker enclosure. Now the stage here, I built in basically a couple of different bays that have a frame out with cross sections on the top and bottom, and then every other spot does not have the cross bracing on the bottom. If you see, that's just the floor right there. You can roll cases under all the way back. However, it still needed to be strong enough to hold a full band and everything. The last stage was a little bit rickety, so the sections that do have the cross bracing I still wanted to be able to keep for storage. So what I did is take just some plywood from the old stage deck and put them on top of those to create level paths. So it's taller, and I got to build like maybe a little flip down ramp like a trailer or something, so I can roll stuff in there. But the shorter cases I will still be able to fit under there and utilize that storage space. So we continue around here, my mess of stuff and just everywhere. It's tough to walk in here. It's one of the reasons I decided that today I think is going to be a mainly cleaning day, because I've been doing work on the stage, but I've wasted so much time looking for stuff or moving stuff just because like it's so hard to get around in here that it's time to just make some more room, get rid of the stuff. That is a mobile bar, and there's going to be a lot more videos on those. I'll do a video just dedicated to showing that and like how it's built and everything, and there's going to be a lot more build videos. That's going to be an expansion of RecTech, that building those, renting them out, and also doing some custom ones for purchase as well. So, I've got to find a way to store all these things because I'm running out of space in here. And after I built this one, ended up moving it around here 10 times to just do a task. I figured out what I wanted to do. There's a platform that I built here. Let's see if I can come around the other side. You see inside, that's just storage for, that's like my main cases that go out on shows most of the time. There'll be some other videos of how those cases are put together. I did not build those. That's classic cases out of Florida, and they are the best in case making ever. If you've been to a large concert, you've probably seen one of their cases. But this platform up here, just storage, and that leads on top of the office space, which is more storage. So right now underneath here is mess. We got some stock plywood. That's actually decks from the old stage on top, and a little bathroom back there, which is going to get some new fixtures and get cleaned up and everything too. Complete renovation of this entire place. It's going to take a while and probably going to be several videos, but I think it's going to be some fun projects coming up, and I'm really anxious to see what's going to come out of this shop after everything's done and my space is neat and organized, and my processes are more efficient for building stuff. So check out all the videos, and hopefully I'll be able to release 3 or 4 at a time. It'll show this beginning, and you can jump right into seeing where it is very soon after, because this is currently not impressive, but I want to document where we were before. So check it out, stay tuned, subscribe button, all the like stuff, and here's to the new YouTube channel. What's up, everybody? This is Parks Reese with RecTech Live, and today I'm going to do a follow-up to a video that I made a long time ago with Shop Tour, where it's come. And I'm just going to start and go right around just like I did in the first one. You'll see the changes. First change, I got 1, 2, and now 3 trailers. My company's been expanding a whole lot over the last 2-3 years, and really excited about that. We'll show some more gear and stuff later. Kind of focusing on the organization and tools part today and how the shop has changed. So let me flip this camera around. Alright, flipping around right from where I was standing. This is a little project I'm working on. I've been making these coasters out of walnut and selling them online. They've been pretty good. And also this little bench here I found on the side of the road, and just replaced the wood because it was all rotted out and had ants in it. But it's a cool little workbench. You can slide those pieces together. So we'll start right here on the edge. We've got the table saw that folds up nice against the wall. This is Hitachi model number letter dash number. And I got pegboard up here with all hand tools, clamps, all that sort of stuff. I did put in this little like fan up there that you can slide filters in, and I actually wasn't sure how good it was going to work, but now it's been up there, like, there's actually some good dust collection in there, the very fine stuff, you know, which is good because right here I have the miter saw, which is just on a stand, and then on a rolling cart underneath, which slides right in there, is planer and joiner. It's not a fancy cart. It was made all from scrap wood, so it doesn't look pretty, but it's very functional. And also doesn't roll very well. And then moving down here is the bandsaw. And what I like most about this is also on a cart. Most all this stuff is on wheels where I can just roll it out. This is actually the same deck height as this. So I have my stand with the extendable arms, but I want to put really long pieces of wood. It can come across here and even further down on the drill press table. So all the way across here are the same deck height, so I can put really long pieces of wood out there. That's helped out a whole lot. Here just like charging station and drill press. Got some more hanging stuff on the wall, and then this is just a kind of a cart that can roll out, but it usually just lives here with a bunch of my 18-volt Ryobi tools, belt sander, disc sander, grinder, bunch of drills, brad nailer, jigsaw, all the sort of essentials, router, a couple things underneath, a little circular saw, there's a hand planer in there, and a compressor sits also under there, which I don't use a whole lot, but it's nice thing to have. Then this shelf, bunch of hardware, a couple of bits and other stuff, some painting stuff on the bottom. There's a shop vac, which is currently the only dust collection I have in here, is to just clean up my dust after I make a bunch of dust. So not the best system, but it's what I got. And if we take a look back here at just this front half of the shop, this is essentially what I have dedicated as my woodworking space. It is about 13 by 16 here, which is pretty much a one-car garage. I will eventually probably put like a flip-out workbench or something under here so I can still keep a lot of space open here. Of course, we gotta have dartboard and dry erase board. Well, we'll come back. We just got to do the full rotation over here. Back over here, milk crates, great for organizing. I have 2 rows of them, and then just this sort of very utility shelf that I built. There's some storage underneath it too that I can roll under. This is a good height here working though. Somewhat of a workbench, I guess you could say. I do put up a lot of pieces up there just to work on. Then here we have one of my rigs that goes out. I'm an audio engineer by trade, so this is one of my systems that will close up in a box, get loaded on the trailer, and go out to a show. And I have a stage built in here for bands to come in and do rehearsals and stuff. I do have a couple of videos on the stage. It was one of the first things in the renovation here. There's storage underneath, so I can roll all the way back. There's actually a lot of storage. I can use every bit of floor space underneath the stage, so that was really important. These stairs were a big pain, and I will never do angles like that again. These stairs go up to a little bit more storage just on top of the bathroom. Hopefully that can all get cleaned out. And I don't know, I'd maybe like to put like a CNC table up there and just have a little extra small, like 6 foot by 6 or 5 by 5 workspace up there. We'll see. That's the bathroom. That's an old piano. Scrap wood bin right here. And ladder. And what we have here is some underneath storage. Those are some more of the cases with the similar rig to like that, but just different models, different styles. And then this platform here was built a long time ago and was fixed in place. If you look on the old shop video, there was also some stairs that came down here. Those are what eventually got moved there and like reworked. But this space underneath here is my main gear that goes out regularly. So this needs to go easy in and out all the time. But I was accumulating so much stuff on the floor that like I didn't have much space. Now I have a lot of space, which is really great. But one of the reasons is because I turned this platform into an elevator. You can see the steel cables there. They're not under tension right now. I don't store it with the tension on the cables. I got bolts that run through there to just pin it into place. But I will pull up tension. It's operated by a winch. I can take out the little bolts here. And then this entire platform will come all the way to the ground. And I'll see if I can get a shot of the winch back here. I don't know if it's too cluttered. Yeah, just bolted to the wall back there, and the steel cables run up there and split out to those pulleys up top and hit all four corners. So by doing that, I was able to put heavy cases up there. The winch is rated for 1,500 pounds. I generally only put like one case at a time up there, which never really exceeds like 500, I think is the heaviest one. But now I've got a bunch of those cases stored up on top of the office. Built just a quick little ladder to get myself up there when I don't want to use the elevator. Pull out another ladder when I'm using the elevator. So that freed up a whole bunch of space in the warehouse, meaning now I have lots of room. If I can get a wider shot here, plenty of space in here now, which I think at one point I was toying around with maybe moving into a bigger warehouse, but that is not going to be an issue now. We're back to the front section here. It's nice right now. I have all this open floor space. I don't have a workbench. Closest thing I guess would probably be this sort of surface area here, but it's very shallow. Most of the stuff I build that I need a lot of space, I'm just going to put on the floor. And that way, if I need to roll stuff around, which I do often, I still can. But I may use this sort of empty space under here for a flip out workbench, so that way I still don't have to take up floor space, but I've got it if I need it. Alright, office is still the office and it's still dirty, so that's another project another time. But flip this around. Yeah, but that'll about do it for this updated shop tour. A lot of ideas that I had before changed. A lot of them have been executed the way that I want them, but overall way happier with how the shop has come together, and there's so much more space, and I'm really glad how everything has turned out so far. So I hope there'll be some more videos coming up soon of different projects, and maybe I can get better at documenting all these things. I tend to miss a lot of the little details on this thing, so I might have to end up narrating some of that and like, hey, this is what I did off camera. But we'll see how it goes. I'm trying out some new things, and hopefully you tune in and check out more of them.